Let's talk a little bit about how mouthpieces apply pressure or provide tongue relief. So in the Myler system, you will see that there are little colored tags on each mouthpiece. Whether you're in a shop or looking in a catalog or on a website, this information is usually available. What the level tag on the mouthpiece refers to is the degree of tongue pressure that that mouthpiece will apply. It doesn't matter what the cheek piece is. It's strictly about the mouthpiece. So there are 4 levels. This mouthpiece is a level 1, level 2. I have a couple examples of level 2, 3, and then a level 3. As you go up in the Myler system towards level 3, the bits are actually getting softer. And we'll talk a little bit about why that is. So to start with, a level 1 mouthpiece. Level 1 referring to maximum tongue pressure. So that would be the strongest tongue pressure you can apply with a mouthpiece. And it would include mouthpieces that look like this, single jointed mouthpiece. It would include a Dr. Bristol, a French Link, any bit that has a lozenge in the middle, and then of course this Myler example. So what we talk about maximum tongue pressure is if the bit breaks in the middle, then it is going to rotate down onto the tongue. And in the case of a level 1 mouthpiece, this bit goes straight across the tongue, so there's no ability for it to provide any tongue relief. It's a little bit more comfortable than a traditional single joint because it's curved, so it wraps the bars of the lip and the mouth instead of clamping down on it. But mechanically, it works exactly the same as a single jointed mouthpiece in terms of tongue pressure, so it's maximum tongue pressure. For comparison, this level 2 mouthpiece looks really similar. But the difference is where this bit goes straight across here. The level 2 mouthpiece goes straight across, but you can see that there's a small port. It's about 1/4 inch high. So what this is doing for the horse is that the bit will still collapse, rotate down onto the tongue, and apply tongue pressure. But when the horse is relaxed and he's doing what he's supposed to do, there's a small amount of room for him to move his tongue under the bit and swallow. So when that frees up the tongue a little bit, it can cause the muscles in the neck to relax, which affects muscles in the shoulder and also muscles in the back. So if you can introduce the concept of tongue relief, you will get a much better moving horse, as well as a horse that can think a little bit more clearly because he's not uncomfortable. Now level 2, 3 bit, these are 2 examples. The first thing you'll notice is neither one of these break. So that means that they're not going to rotate down onto the tongue as readily as a broken mouthpiece. This particular bit, this is the 06 mouthpiece. From the front, looks very similar to the 04 level 2 mouthpiece. It has a little port here about 1/4 inch high, and it will allow the tongue to pass under it so the horse can move his tongue and swallow. But because it doesn't collapse, this bit is not broken, it really can't rotate down onto the tongue and apply tongue pressure. So this bit is 1 step up from a level 2 mouthpiece. It affords a little bit of tongue relief. It's still low enough in the port that it's a little bit restrictive. So it's not a big leap to tongue relief, but it offers a little bit of tongue relief, and it will use a little bit of bar and lip pressure. Similar mouthpiece, this is the 36 mouthpiece, and it looks very similar from the front, but when you look at it from the side, this port is tilted forward. So the forward tilt on this particular port does 2 things. 1, it opens up a huge amount of room behind the bit for the horse to swallow. So it's a very generous tongue relief. But number 2, because it's tilted forward, when you pull back on both reins together, this could actually apply a little bit of tongue pressure. It's not going to be to the same degree that this mouthpiece does, which is broken, but it will be a good reminder for a horse that needs just a gentle reminder that you're up in the saddle and you're asking him to do something. And then the level 3 mouthpiece, this is the 33 mouthpiece, and it's one of our most popular mouthpieces. At first glance, because it's ported, it looks very intimidating. But the way this port works, because it's very wide here, it can sit completely with the tongue under it, so it sits very low in the mouth. So when you pull back on the reins, the bit passes on either side of the tongue. The horse has complete tongue relief. So a level 3 mouthpiece will offer maximum tongue relief, and it uses almost no tongue pressure whatsoever. So it's what we consider a very soft mouthpiece. And that's what the levels refer to in the Myler system.